My name is Ruchika, and I'm thrilled and excited to be here. I'm here to talk about something which is reshaping, actually, not just shaping, but reshaping the IT industry and software, and the way we deliver software and build software. And this is what I'm going to talk about, right? But before I go there, let me talk about a small story. Imagine you are a large e-commerce giant. You're pretty close to your next big sales event. It is a Black Friday or a Cyber Monday, and oh, we found a bug. And the launch is just 4 days away. What is happening? I believe the entire IT organization is feeling the pain. They are sitting and figuring out between the mountains of code, where are the bugs? What is happening? The integration team, the testing team, everybody is on hold. Thankfully, just a day before, it's fixed. But what happened, the 3 days, is what actually could have been changed. And this is, I think, what is shaping and changing the AI world. So what is AI-first software delivery, right? AI-first software delivery, I think most of you raised hands saying, you are using AI in your day-to-day work, right? And I think what you will see, and I'll touch upon, is mostly the coding agents and the assistants, or the team assistants, mostly people are using right now. What I'm talking about, AI-assisted software delivery or AI-first software delivery is having an end-to-end iterative process in which you are able to use AI. Now, that is ground up. That is not bolted on top of everything you do, right? And this is right from planning. So let's say I have a hypothesis right now that if I were to use AI for writing epics and stories, I will be able to churn stories faster. I will be able to reduce the cycle time, and my backlog shall not be like lean or blank right now. So why now? I'll take and steal some words from our Chief Scientist Officer, Martin Fowler. And he says that the synergy between Agile and AI is quite a lot. Now, what did Agile do? When we had Agile practices blended into the team, we were saying, go iterative, go small, have fast feedback. And this is what AI is also enabling. So why now? Because AI, as somebody else in the previous sessions also said, AI is not new. AI existed from 1950s. So why are we talking about suddenly about AI so much, right? Because last couple of years, the LLM models have exploded. And what you see is the rise of the generative AI. And that has changed the entire game in last couple of years, because this generative AI is now writing and doing a lot of other things which did not existed. So this is now what is changing is how we work. How do we have AI blended into our day-to-day pieces? Let's talk about, is fundamentals changing? Are people not required anymore? I think that's the first question that hits a lot of people. I think what has now is the cost of doing wrong is much higher right now. And when I say cost of doing wrong, if you have bad practices, you are going to make it worse. If you have good, you'll make it better. If you do not have any sustainable practices, things will fall and break a lot more, because AI will come with its own set of risks, and we have seen hallucinations happening. We have seen the other trust issues with AI as well that come. So basically, the generative AI is going to amplify your current engineering organization situation, right? So if I look at this entire SDLC cycle, we do not need to go through each and every activity, but on a broad term, right from starting from your planning to your research to analysis, etc., what you find and what you see is the limited use right now that we see and we have is mostly this thing is only development or in the test case, unit test generation. What is missing? The entire cycle, rest of the cycle is missing. We are not leveraging AI to its best in the rest of the pieces? Are you able to forecast what your next delivery and the roadmap release plan looks like, or your roadmap looks like? We aren't. We aren't using an AI to that extent as well. Let me talk about this. If not, let's say we do not want to use generative AI in the rest of the SDLC pieces, right? Why and what does that matter, right? You are able to code much faster. The code throughput has increased by the coding assistants, right? What has not increased is the input to this analysis cycle as well at the same time. So what you land up is wasted capacity. What you land up is what could have been potentially faster and done much more. And what does that also mean? If you have coded faster, have you moved that code and shipped that code faster to production as well? Possibly no, because again, the bottleneck that you see, right, it's a funnel on the screen where you are getting a certain set of stories, you are coding much, much faster. Are the stories getting moved, churned, or they are actually moving to the next set much quicker and faster as well? And I think these days we get a lot of questions saying, how much productivity has increased? Has AI improved your efficiency? Or we have increased by 10%, 20%, etc. But has it actually improved your time to delivery? Has it moved your idea, which was going earlier and taking 10 days, has it reduced by 20% as well? Possibly the answer might seem no in certain occasions, right? Because you are coding way faster. There is a lot of waste and friction there as well, but you have not moved to the next part quicker as well. So what could be the possibilities, right? There are a lot of possibilities, and I think the biggest success stories that we have seen in our organization that we do it for our clients is reverse engineering. So biggest right now in terms of AI literacy, AI adoption, one of the basic barriers has been the legacy fragmentation. Right? So legacy sits there. There is a lot of fragmentation. There are tons of tools out there as well. Again, everything disjoint, nothing connected to each other. Another big barrier has been the data governance and lack of trust as well. So things do not and cannot move further as well. While I can state, you can bring in generative generative AI value to the entire SDLC cycle. What might be missing is the entire piece and the flow itself. And there are fundamental other things to be done before getting to this step as well. Is your engineering organization transformed? Do you have the right engineering platforms? Do you have AI literacy and AI adoption practices? Do you have the questions being asked? You will have a digital employee tomorrow. And when I say digital employee, what are we talking about, right? There is a physical employee, and your coding assistants are your new digital employees. How do you deal with the governance? And then there are digital employees at the regulation cases as well. How would you deal with those as well? So the goals and I think the benefits are a lot if you were to practice and do from end to end, ground up. I'll talk about certain steps, how to do it as well. We have built an open source accelerator ourselves. It's called Haven, where we are doing dog fooding ourselves as well to see, can I do a threat modeling? Can I write acceptance criteria using generative AI? Can I break and build mind maps or prototypes early on as well? So these are the things which we are not just preaching, but rather practicing ourselves as well. And I think that's what we are encouraging others to do as well. We have done one of the, as I said, reverse engineering or legacy modernization practice as well, where we have seen for one of the largest German automotive clients where we had a mainframe legacy modernization case, we could save literally 60,000 person days. Who, if we were to have mainframe developers sit and identify and read that code, it would have taken them 60,000 person days. And this is insane. I think this is insane because finding talent is hard, having to do that coding is hard, and then waiting for that period. So what you have done is, by doing things, you have done a leapfrogging. You have given them a jump that you can do this fast forward through this case as well. So in these things where we have really seen, these are the examples I wanted to share. Now comes few of the other risk as well. So I will not leave the risk untouched. We said and we know that there is lot of rapid development will happen, right? Lot of code throughput we saw as well. But are those all that relevant, or there are redundancies introduced? Is it going to take me like refactoring later on as well? So the person, and we like practicing XP practices, doing pair programming, we had this situation of an anchor and a navigator as well. Now, what the anchor used to do is, anchor used to code, the navigator was looking at it. Now, if your coding assistant is doing this coding, is your navigator proficient enough to look and see that is the right code that is going into the system? Or am I just doing a copy-paste, right? We just need a copy-paste and we are done and the coding is done. That's not like the right thing as well. We have increased capacity. There is, as I said, we could do a lot of story generation, ideation, tons of ideas on the table. Now you have to actually figure out and prioritize which business idea am I actually going to implement and take it to production. Which ideas I will, like everybody and organizations would have limited money, right? So there is a limited amount of money, time, and constraints. Now, AI has given me 10 ideas to implement. What is it that I want to pick and choose? So I think the empowerment and the team, it's not a team replacement, but an AI augmentation of the teams that is going to happen, and that would be the key as well. So while we also have accelerated and innovations happening, I can put a POC quickly enough and put it into the system. I was reading about one of the use cases about Colombia judiciary system. They have very fantastically done something using AI where they can quickly have the readings of the case, the judgment hearings, everything summarized, etc. What if there is any hallucination or translation mistake that happens, right? What can it cost? It can cost a human life as well. And it also, in the healthcare systems, if I look right, I'm doing a speech to text in a healthcare. I'm a doctor giving instructions, and the AI picks up and cannot pick up my accent or cannot pick up the right things. What could it end up? Wrong prescription, wrong diagnosis. It could be a far more hassle in terms of legal and compliance risk as well. So something to note about it. So I think, again, adhering to the governance and AI practices and looking at what and how the trust should be built, right? How the biases from the system could be removed as well. How well are the models trained to ensure that it is not biased when granting roles or like in recruitment. So I think in recruitment, there are a lot of AI agents again being used. So what will it take to have an unbiased opinion regarding the same as well? Now, coming to how to make it happen, I think making it happen is, the first step stands as AI literacy, is what we say, right? Everybody understand what does AI tools stand for, giving them playground to play with, having those tools in hand to do it, and identifying some pilot teams to do it, right? And I think the key thing that is important is build, measure, and value it, right? So if you are building something, measure it. Is it providing me the value that I look for? And is it giving the value that it was intended for? Is it the business value coming out of it or not, right? And creating playbooks is very important as well. So we had several POCs done internally as well. So some of our project managers created playbooks. How can they use for using generative AI, how can project managers make better use of it? Then at the same time, there were certain business analysts doing it. Then there are occasions where in exploratory testing, a lot of our QA folks using Gen AI as well. So creating those playbooks also shares that knowledge within the organization. And I think knowledge management is one of the beautiful things where generative AI can help big time as well, because there is, I think, collective wisdom in the organization which is solid. But what happens is we have a hero culture, right? Few things are sitting out with one or two people in the organization only. And if they go on unplanned stuff, or they win a lottery, or they leave the organization, the knowledge of the entire thing is gone as well. So building those knowledge hub and knowledge management tools is one of the key things that you also get. And I think that encourages cross-functional collaboration. I do not have to run to every time the other team that I work with. I can ask a knowledge management tool as well. And these are the things, what I'm talking about are not science fiction, and these are not future. This is present. This is present, that is happening. We are using those tools. Our clients are using those tools. And I think I would just want to create that awareness around the same here also. Okay, cool. Moving on to the last piece, which is measuring success, right? I think what is important in terms of measuring, how do you measure that we are successful with this AI's first software delivery that we spoke about, right? Have you gained speed? Have you had reduction in your idea to production cycle? Are your developers and your entire software IT organization having a better experience? Are they motivated and picking up other challenging work? Is your customer NPS gone higher as well? Because now you have something called AI operations as well, where the smart bots are able to look at your knowledge management tool and answer to certain queries pretty faster as well. It comes with a caution too. In insurance, right? I would be pretty happy to find out, right? Are glasses covered under my vision insurance or not? Just ask quickly in a 30-second, and I'll be happy, rather than holding on a phone to talk to an agent and wait for 10 minutes kind of thing as well, or dig the entire policy document. But at the same time, right, I said caution, because AI should not start hallucinating and making up certain policy indication or a claim, right, which never exists in the policy at all as well. And there are occasions in real life these things have happened too. So doing an adoption, doing a risk check, having a governance, and always having certain anchors, and I think the torch bearers, we call them, who can be like coaching and teaching the next set of leaders as well. That is what I will say to you. I think I'll just close on, and I think the questions that you need to think of in terms of now with knowing this, where am I using the AI tools best in my entire SDLC cycle in my software development? Am I getting the relevant output out of it or not, right? I think about on those ideas and thoughts. What are the areas am I leaving right now, or am I just limiting myself to simply just the development and coding side only? Thank you, everyone.